Hello and welcome back for another episode of Minecraft. We're on our episode 3 now. And we're actually going to attempt on doing our first tutorial. We've been playing some creative off camera to practice building an iron farm. It works super well. This is essentially it, but I'm going to show it on the realm. I'm going to build it. Okay, so we last left off with, as you can see, we put a few furnaces up. We had Geo fix the Cobble Generator from the last one. This one didn't really work that well, so Geo made a proper working one. I'll just show you it quickly. It is really nice, so easy as well, super simple. Bit of redstone, few pistons, lava, and some water, and it is so easy. Like, look how quick and effective it is. Like, it is so quick. And it will just keep self-regenerating. You can take blocks out anywhere. And I've already broke it. No, it does work. I've been using this all day to get my resources going. This iron farm can take a while. There you go, it's kicked in now. And look, you can see it just slowly pushing forward the cobble. It's a really cool build. I really like it. We literally died last time I was on this world, but it's not long ago anyway. That's why I'm a fresh level 7, and our inventory is all over the place at the minute because I just quickly got all my stuff back. I'm going to show you all the materials you're going to need. Now, it's not the easiest of builds. I mean, it's fairly easy, but it's not super easy. You need a building block of your choice. I mean, we went for smooth stone. I like the look of smooth stone, so I'm going to be using this. You can use literally anything. Maybe stay away from wood, because there's going to be lava, so maybe stay away from that. But yeah, get any stone you like. So this is our building blocks. You're going to need, I think the number was exactly, it's 352 exact building blocks needed. Slabs, you're going to need, the exact number for them was 83 to be exact, but we've just grabbed pretty much a stack and a half. You can't go wrong with just getting six or 7 stacks of building blocks and 2 stacks of slabs. Easy as that. You're going to get 20 fletching tables, and this is to give the villagers a job. Another hard point of this farm is you're going to need 20 villagers, which isn't the easiest. And we will get around to doing that, but for now we're just going to build the farm. At least if you have the farm built, you can then get the villagers in, you can start breeding them, and it becomes super easy then. You're going to need a lava bucket. Get yourself 2 buckets of water for obviously the infinite water source, but you're going to need 4 sources of water in total. 2 chests, obviously. So the iron golems will spawn, they'll get pushed into the middle where they'll fall, they'll burn, and they'll drop their iron. That's what the hoppers are for as well, obviously, to pick it up. Glass is optional. You don't need glass. You could give yourself 4 extra bits of building blocks, but I've just gone for glass. It means you can watch it happen. And you're going to need 4 signs, and that's to stop the lava past a certain level. And we also got a stack of dirt because you're just going to need temporary blocks every now and then. And another hard part is 20 beds. As you can see, we haven't quite fulfilled that just yet, but it's going to be easy. We've got scaffolding as well, so that's going to make it a little bit easier for us. Right, let's just inventory manage a little bit here, because what on earth is going on? We'll keep the scaffolding out, that's going to be handy, I think. And we'll keep our picks out. Okay, cool. It's very easy. And I'm going to try do my best to explain it step by step. But again, this is my first tutorial. I might make mistakes in that. If I do, I can obviously edit it and put in the fixes, or look out for little subtitles anywhere. But yeah, this is going to be our first attempt at it. So You're going to start with your chests. I'll tell you what, let's grab a stack of building blocks as well. Start with your chests, hoppers, glass, building blocks. And you're going to want a nice area. It's not... The best thing about this farm is it's not actually too big. It's quite a nice size. Which I actually like. I'm going to have to find out who I watched the video from. Because it's not my build. I do not take responsibility for this farm whatsoever. But I will put a link in the description of the original that I personally saw. Doesn't necessarily mean they were the creators or the people behind it. But yeah, like I said, I've tested a few out on creative before, and this one just worked so well. I think I went AFK for an hour, maybe 2 hours, and I came back and there was 4 or 5 stacks of iron, which was like incredible. So we are going to attempt to build this. I don't really know where to build it yet. I might just build it slap bang in the middle of anything, and if we need to move it later on, then so be it. We'll move it later on. But I might build it a little bit away for now. So you are going to need some height. Again, it's not the tallest. I think it's about 6, 7. It's about 10 blocks high max, which isn't bad. So I think we'll start slap bang in the middle over here. Nice open space. So first, place your chest. Place your 4 hoppers. Kill the slime. I am so sick of this slime. As you probably heard me saying so many times in the last video, we are all so done with them. We're going to start putting in ceilings, I think, to stop them spawning on us, because it's so infuriating. They're just there. Wherever you go, they're there. They're there waiting for you. Yep, so nice and simple start. And then you're going to place your building blocks around the outside, like so. That easy. And then you're going to build that up. From this block is going to be 7 in total. So after you place that one, it'll be 6 up. But again, I'll go through it with you. I'll probably speed up the slow bits, but it's going to be super simple, trust me. We're going to place our glass. Again, you don't need to have the glass. It's just I quite like putting it there personally. And we're going to go back ready for more stuff in a second, because we're going to put the signs down. But yeah, for now, we'll just go up. So we're 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 from the... Six from the hoppers. I will probably die building this, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. Once you've reached that, you can start... we're going to start filling this out in a second. But for now, let's just jump down. Let's put our scaffolding up as well, we're going to need that. Obviously, scaffolding, not everyone's going to have in there. What an idiot, I put it down there. Not everyone's going to have the scaffolding available. Again, not necessarily, not a necessity either. It's just, it can be helpful. It's a really handy block. When they introduced it, I thought it was a really good block to put into the game for the builders, especially on survival. Obviously, creative, you're not going to need it, but survival is super handy for big builds. So we're gonna let's grab some temporary blocks. Let's inventory manage a little more quickly. Right, I'm gonna take pretty much all the building blocks. Yeah, 6 stacks I think is plenty. I'm gonna take the fletching tables. Take the buckets, pretty much gonna take everything needed so far. The slabs and the beds are pretty much the last thing needed, to be honest. Well, unless you can in the villages. I'm just going to do this bit because I completely forgot. In line with the glass, you're going to do a sign here, a sign here, a sign here, and a sign here. That easy. patch it up. So yeah, that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tall in total. Okay, and now from the front, you're going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4. Same with the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the right and left, it's up to you. So the orientation of this is actually up to you. You could do 4 left and right, and from where I'm looking, and then 5 from the front and back where I'm looking now. However, I'm not. I like it to be wider rather than narrower and longer, if you know what I mean. I'd like it to look at it face on and it's wide, just so you can sort of have a rough idea of how it's working in there. So yeah, you're going to go 4 from the front, 4 from the back, and then we're going to go 5 on the side. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same on the other side. Three, 4, 5. But on this side, any side you want of this, butchering it, on any side of the 5 that you've chosen, so you've got the 5 blocks here, the 5 blocks here, you need to add on an extra 3, and this is to create the room for the villagers. So I'm going to put it on the right side, and then what you're going to do is you're going to fill this all in and connect it all up. You don't need to worry about lighting it up or anything, because it shouldn't be an issue. If any mobs do spawn in it, then either the iron golems will kill them, or they'll simply get pushed down like the iron golems and they'll get killed themselves, and you know, you get the loot. So I don't actually understand the full mechanics of how it works. All I know is you can, when there's a certain amount of villagers in a certain space, iron golems will spawn to try and protect them. And it's just a really good farm. It works so well from what I've used and seen. So I'm probably going to cut here and come back to when it's fully filled in. Okay, once that's fully filled in, you should have like a nice looking rectangle. And I can tell you the dimensions now if it's easier. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 12 by 17. And again, the reason you chuck on the extra 3 on one of the sides is to make room for the villagers. So again, when you go from the center, you go out 5 from one side, 5 from the opposite, and then 4 from one of the other sides, and then 4 from that opposite. But make sure you do the villagers' room on the longest, on the shortest side. On the longest side. Sorry, longest side. Because this is the middle blocks from what we've built. You add on from these, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 from that side, and then technically you should have 8 on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Okay, now we need a 2 high wall. So you go around all the edges like this. Now, once that's all fully filled in, you should have a 2 block high square like this, wall, sorry. And what you need to do is leave a 2 gap here, and then wall off this bit. After that, what you can do is you can save a little bit of building blocks here, and it's the best way of doing it, is you want to remove the bottom row, or just don't fill it in. Like so, on both sides. Now this is for your job blocks to go. This is what gives the villagers a role. The reason you choose this block is I'd probably say it's probably the cheapest to make. It's just wood and flint, which is very easy to get your hands on. What I will recommend personally is make sure you maybe put a light source or two in here. This is just because this is where the villagers are, so you don't want any mobs to spawn inside of it. Not that it should, because this will be packed with villagers. You could hardly be able to move. Okay, after filling in that little room, you should have, it should look like this. Nice and simple. Excuse me, I'm doing it on survival myself, so it is quite tricky. Okay, once you've got that bit done, what you can do is put a block in each of the corners, like so. Get your water buckets ready. I'm gonna leave the blocks there for now, just because it's an easier way to get up. After you place your water, make sure to remove these blocks. You don't want the golems to potentially spawn on top of them, hence they could jump out. So remove the corner ones out where you just put the water buckets on, and then get your lava bucket ready. Don't be a noob like me and fall down. So you can use 4 lava sources if you want. I just thought 1 bucket of lava is much easier to get, and it works just as effective. Put that there. And as you can see, it's created a full layer. So what will happen is the golems will obviously fall down. The lava will burn them. It's at a height where their head will go in the lava, hence it will create them burning. But it will not burn the iron, because when they die, because it's just a head affected by lava, they'll still take damage, but the iron will respectively spawn in these little 4 squares, meaning they'll fall into here and will gather up in the chest for you. Again, it's a super well working mob. You can build a little chamber to go AFK in as well, which I can show you. It's very simple. So I forgot 2 things. These water sources, you're going to want to pull them back out. Put the temporary block in for now on there. And then you're going to want to fill this in with temporary blocks. I'll tell you how far in a second. This is to place the beds on. So it's quite an important step that I completely missed out. So now, go get all your beds. Once you've got all your beds, make sure you come back and place them all, like so. Doesn't really matter what order you put the beds, as long as they are on these 4 layers of dirt that you have put down. And then what we will do after is remove the dirt, and the beds will stay floating. This is for the villagers, in case you need to breed them or anything like that. So in case you could just get 2 here, and you could just throw them food, and because the amount of beds here, it means you can breed them in here. So it means it sort of is a bit of a villager breeder in itself. They've got jobs, you can give them food, and they've got beds. So it works in 2 ways. You could use this, you could continually use this little portion to create more villagers, and it will constantly spawn in golems. And because of these blocks, I think because they're not classed as full blocks, I don't believe the golems, they'll just spawn either under them or through them. Okay, so if you're like me, also, you don't, I don't have all the beds just yet. I still need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's easy to get. It's just a pain in the ass trying to find sheep sometimes. So get your slabs out. If either like me, you've completed the beds, or you don't have enough like me, just don't worry about it. You can come back to it whenever. This is just the fundamental build of it. So Geo has actually located a village for us in our world, because we were a bit worried that we didn't have a village, because a lot of us have gone exploring and not found anything. But luckily Geo found one, and he's created a nether portal to it because it's so far away. The nether portal shortens the distance. So once we are done building, I think I'm going to try finish off the beds now. Also, I believe we only used... Oh yeah, don't forget you will need slabs to cover this up once the villagers are in there, but obviously right now, not needed. So essentially it should look like this unless you've got all the beds. When all the beds are put down, you can remove all the dirt and put the water back, just like these 2 blocks. But I can obviously show you that once I'm done. So what I'm probably going to do now is cut here, try and find the remainder wall to create the rest of the beds. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we finally got the beds. It took us nearly, as you can see the sun's setting, it took us nearly a full Minecraft day to find the sheep. So I think what I'm learning is the birch forest, which obviously is as you've seen, is huge on our game, on this world. Like it's a nice biome because obviously there's so much wood and all the good stuff. But I think it's really bad for animal spawns because every animal just seems to be so rare at the minute, and it's so frustrating. I've tried bringing multiple creatures down, but they just keep falling out the water and dying. So we're gonna have to do something about that. I would really like for the Enderman to get out of here. Okay, so once you've got your beds placed, just like this, you can start removing all the dirt. I forgot my shovel, so I will cut back to when I'm done, and I will show you just where to put the water sources again. So what you do is you put a block in the corner, you put your water source on top of the block, and then dig up the block. Same over here. Ignore this, it's just my way out. Like that. Remove block. Come up. Remove blocks. And that is essentially it for this iron farm. Now you've got to work on getting your villagers in. Luckily it's not too high up, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Also, another reason why the beds are here is if you do create a little exit, which we will probably do for the villagers to come in. So create a little doorway here. Build a tiny staircase, and then what you can do is, because of the beds, when it's nighttime and stuff, they should be scared of the night or mobs, and they should see the bed in their sight and run for it. Another good way of doing it is get a bell, and you can ring the bell, and that they'll go running up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut back to the village, and I'm going to start bringing some villagers over with me. So I'll see you over there. You can immediately tell where Geo's been by how good everything looks. Like, I just stumbled across this, and I was like, well, Geo's been busy. Little pig farm, watermelon farm, load of bamboo, beetroot, potatoes, and he's done this with all the villagers. I could hear them, and I was like, where are they? Been looking at all the buildings. And I saw this. And then I realised, clever man. Wow, he's already got an mending? Wow. Geo. He knows what he's doing, doesn't he? Right, I to make sure I don't want to take... Yeah, see, I don't want to take one that isn't very good, you know? That's rubbish. We'll take you. Right, let's see if the leash is even right. Oh no. Oh no, they don't. Okay, that's fine. New plan. Okay, I've did something. I've done something great, okay? I have built a tunnel for boats. Don't get me wrong, these guys can easily get in. So I'm going to quickly block it up. I have built this, okay? So I can transport one villager at a time, okay? Straight out of this cave. Straight to the nether portal. Tell me that isn't genius. Look at that. It's daytime, we're safe. Unless a creeper jumps up, we'll be fine. Worst is comes to worst, I could always tunnel into the nether portal, but I think this is fine for now. So we're going to take this guy back. Since for some reason I thought I could use a lead, but evidently I couldn't. I think we gotta break the boat, maybe? Yes, we have to break the boat. Oh no, the boat's gone. It's fine. See? You're learning with me. Okay. Mr. Villager. You gotta get in the boat, dude. What are you doing? Come on. Look, get in the boat. I'm gonna cover this up because I don't like it. I'm scared. It only takes one ghast and we're dead. There you go, he's in. Okay. Right, let's take you home. Don't worry, I got a safe haven for you. You're gonna love it. So the only problem with the boat is it's slow. But it's the best way because the villagers can't get out unless you break it, but they'll happily jump in. So although it's slow, it works. I thought I could use a lead, but evidently you cannot. I'm guessing it's just too immoral for them or something. But yeah, I'm probably going to cut it because it's going to take me a while to get back. You need at least 2 villagers, and then you can start breeding them, obviously. I will probably do that because this is going to take way too long transforming 20 over. Another good little tip, if you have it, obviously we don't. If you can get blocks of ice, you can put them in the nether as long as you don't put a source of fire near them to melt them. So you wouldn't be able to do this, but you'd have to create a bigger tunnel and put the light source further away. But if you create a put all the floor with ice blocks on the boat, rapid, fast transportation. That's what we will be doing hopefully when we can find an ice boat. There we go. The first one is in. So let's block him off, and we're gonna go get another one. I'll be back in a bit. And the journey begins again. This bit sucks. Go to bed. Go on. Jump up. Okay, so if like me you have 2 villagers, you just breed them. All you gotta do is throw them food and they'll simply breed. That easy. There you go, after you've gave them some food, they should just start the breeding process. It doesn't take that long, luckily, and the good thing is they can keep going. Because there's so many beds, they know there's space to breed and make more villagers. The one thing you have to be careful about, so every time you get a villager with a green coat, is basically the village idiot. And in this farm, it won't work. You've got to get rid of them. The farm... I'm going to dumb it down. This isn't exactly how it is, but it's the basics. Basically, because the villagers have a job, hence the fletching tables, And because they're all, I'm guessing, good civilians, and because they're in a small area, the iron golems will spawn. You need 20 of them because it needs to be a large area in a small... Because it all depends on how many villagers are in an area. But because they're in such a small area, iron golems will spawn to protect them, hence falling into the water, being pushed into the lava, and dropping you iron. Hence why it's a great fight. I mean, look, they're still breeding now, and I didn't give them all the potatoes, but I gave them quite a lot. This is all you have to do. You have to just keep doing this, and eventually get to 20. Hopefully, I'm going to cut back here, and when we're back, we'll have potentially 20. Not sure yet, but we'll see. Once you have your 20 villagers, just at a head count, I've got all 20. Make sure their jobs are all obviously Fletchers. So if you're not sure because of what they're wearing, just click on their, as if you're going to trade with them, and you should see level 1 Fletcher there. You can try trade with them if you want, but because they're Fletcher, you won't really get anything good out of them. I've already had an iron golem spawn down there, which is quite funny. He's clearing up the slimes for me. I've had one spawn in here, but I had to quickly get rid of one of the water sources because, and I ruined it. I moved it because I didn't want to lose it over there, and I ruined my lava. So I've temporarily broken it, which is funny. But I can quickly fix it now. Not an issue. So yeah, make sure you cover up the zombies to stop stuff. The villagers to stop stuff spawning in with them. They're completely safe. Nothing can get to them. We've maxed them out at 20 with the 20 beds. There you go. Look, I mean, I've stood it already. That's what, 3 iron golems. So yeah, this one's really good for any starting world when you're desperate for iron. We're quite lucky. Obviously, we're in this huge chasm, meaning there's iron everywhere. But this is automatic. I mean, look, we're already on 13 iron, and we've just been chilling, waiting. So what I'll do now is I'm going to go eat, go to sleep in Minecraft, and we'll come back and we'll sit up AFK up there, and we'll just see what will happen after, I don't know, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. Just depends on how well it works and how long I'm going to be. So, yes, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Okay, so, I'm back. Not going to put the camera on. Got a bad feeling it hasn't been working because we've had... Okay, yeah. So, if you get 2 iron golems spawn outside of the farm, it will stop working. But saying that, we have got quite a lot of iron. So I think I was AFK for about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, there you go. Stacking 1 whole stack of iron and 17, and that's considering the spawning down here, because we're in such a large open cave and there's so many holes below us and stuff. I think the golems struggle. So what we'll have to probably do is every now and then when there's 2 on the outside, we'll have to kill them, get rid of them. And why is the cat spawning as well? And yes, that's all we'll have to do. If this happens in your world, which I doubt it will, if you do this up above a cave, it should absolutely be fine. It would actually work a lot better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath this, try to fill out any large holes, because I know I did a bit of covering up over here. Yeah, all this cobble here, I covered up quite a little bit, like a mini cave down there, so there's probably something underneath which is making it a bit strange, and something over here, because this is where they keep spawning, the 2 out here. But yeah, if you do this on the outer world, you should be absolutely fine. As soon as you're underground, you get the issues like I'm having right now with so much space. So it's a great farm. Honestly, I cannot recommend it high enough. It's one of the best iron farms I've ever seen personally. Just for how easy and cheap it is as well. You really don't need a lot of materials. I mean, the most amount of materials you need is the building blocks, which are easy. You could do this out of dirt if you need to. You only need a little bit of iron for the hoppers, and that's pretty much it. So super easy to do, and I highly recommend it. Let me know what you guys think of the no camera. Do you prefer it, or do you prefer it on? I'm happy either way. Just like to know what you guys would rather. I think that's going to be it for this episode. We didn't really get to do a lot, but that farm is quite hard work, especially on survival and trying to get 20 villagers over, which is pretty hard. But now we have the villagers over, we can start doing a lot. We can start trying to find some villagers that will give us mending on our tools, which would be really impressive. And yeah, hopefully we can start next time. We'll have enough iron for full iron tools and armor, and we can go to the nether and we can start diamond hunting to upgrade all our gear and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.